Hey, what's going on? What is going on? What is going on? How are y'all doing? I'm just texting people to come into the room. So at least Kenny and Vita should be coming in. So I think Vita's coming in 15 minutes. I think Kenny's coming in sooner. But let me just double check. Yeah, so hey, what's going on, young Stokely? Hey Nick, how you doing? Yeah, so I was seeing these comments from people who were apparently fans of Derrick Jaxn, and they were saying stuff like some women were like, I don't think I could ever trust a man again. You've ruined it for everyone. And I was, again, like yesterday, what was it about this guy that people just invested so much faith in him? Like, we're so invested. Just the whole idea of I can never trust a man again. You know what my theory is when people say stuff like that? I think what they mean is they wanted to believe in panderers. Like from what I saw, he was one of those guys. I could be wrong. I took a preliminary look. I don't want to make a judgment on his whole philosophy or his body of work, but from what I saw, he was doing a lot of, it's always the man's fault kind of stuff. And, you know, a lot of these kind of feminist women, they really kind of get off on believing that the pandering guy can be a good guy. So they're always kind of falling for the pandering guy, the Joss Whedon. And when I say fall, I don't mean like sexually or anything, because I'm not really sure they actually like the male feminist in a sexual way. But I mean, as far as like in principle, I think they want to, because a lot of times guys will always say, oh, this guy's pandering for some, for some sex or whatever. And then I think they hate when guys write about stuff like that. They want to believe that the guy that panders all the time is actually a genuinely good person and is not just an opportunist saying whatever. So yeah, I mean it happens all the time. You had this guy, I forgot his name, but he was like a serial rapist. But all those feminists and D Ray and all the his name was Corin, they all like loved him. And he used to throw these whiskey and sundress parties where he was basically just trying to get girls drunk and date rape him. And Jamila Lemieux and D Ray McKesson and all these people were kind of co-signing and rocking with this guy. He was apparently one of the non-toxic black men, like one of the few black men they found, to be non-toxic straight black men, and palatable. Ended up being like a serial date rapist, opportunist. Yeah, he was another black man basher on social media. Yeah, he was one of those types, and they loved him. Yeah. Oh, this is about Derrick Jaxn, I think. But the guy Corn, I think, was a one of those types too. But yeah, man. But this came out. I mean, he was putting a lot of extras on it. I don't know. One thing about relationship advice, man, there got so many people out there. That's one of the I feel easiest ways to get a calling. Hold on. Yeah, but he had that body that was kind of like Brian Pumper. Like when dudes got muscles like that, I mean, that's not even like functional fitness, you know? That's the kind of body that, uh, I don't know, kind of skis me out. As in, technically, you got the muscles, but it's got that, you got muscles like in all the wrong ways. Just look very Brian Pumperish. Doesn't look functionally fit at all. And then again, muscle shirts 24/7. Even his dress shirts are muscle shirts. I spoke about that yesterday. I don't trust it. Yeah. But the relationship, the problem with relationship advice is really, and I'm going to tell you the truth. This is the dirty secret of relationship advice. I used to have a blog back in the day where I gave relationship advice, and a lot of people actually miss it. They say I should do it again, but I have no interest. But because I'll tell you exactly, this is the dirty secret of relationship advice. There's only 4 pieces of advice. That's it. Everything's a variation in the same 4 things. And when I tell you it, you're gonna watch it and you'll see it. One is play a numbers game. That's really it. You just have to play a numbers game. If you're gonna sit around and be picky and just wait for something perfect, like it's not gonna happen. There's a lot of opportunity costs. You gotta play a numbers game. The second thing is you have to have boundaries. Like you can't just be a doormat or let people treat you any which way. That's the other piece of advice that always comes out. The other thing is you can't go back and forth on the boundaries. So if you have, hey, what's going on? If you nothing much. I was saying how all relationship advice is really just 4 tips, like endless variations of 4 tips. And I was saying one is play a numbers game. The other one is have boundaries. I would say the third one is don't flip flop on your boundaries, because some people will have like boundaries and stuff, but sooner or later someone's gonna call your bluff and then you cave. Like you'll be like, okay, leave then. And the person like leaves, and the person's like, no, wait. So once you set a boundary, if you go back on the boundary, that's worse than never having the boundary to begin with. And then the fourth thing, actually, let's say 5 things. The fourth thing I would say is um what's the fourth thing? Well,
You talking about Derrick Jaxn?
yeah, talking about Derrick Jaxn, but I was talking about how so much advice is like a waste of time.
Well, yeah, first of all, I want to say what's up to everybody in here. David Gonzalez, Dodger fan, Dodger extraordinaire, Ice Sound Info, Pensivador, everybody. I ain't seen everybody here in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a minute since I've been on.
I remember the fourth one. Always be escalating. If you're not always escalating, it's gonna stale out and you get in the friend zone. And that's basically all 4. That's basically
that guy Derrick Jaxn. I never even heard of that dude until somebody showed him to me.
Yeah, I never heard of him either.
So what I did see was a video that he did, and he was talking about Gilly the Kid. And what I found is he's one of those dudes that he does the fake. He does what I'm trying to put this into words. What he does is he plays on the emotions and the heartstrings of certain types of women. Certain type of women that have issues with certain types of dudes.
He's the Bizarro of Kevin Samuels, but Kevin Samuels
he's a
is
fucking
the
scammer.
incels.
He's a fucking scammer. You know what I'm saying?
But
like
Kevin Samuels is the incel man.
Real.
He is to like lonely women.
Yeah, and what he does is he tries to do the whole, if the dude ain't doing this, then he ain't that, and if he ain't doing this, then he ain't that, and then we come to find out he's a piece of shit his damn self. And you could tell that he's a major narcissist. So you could tell because I saw the video he did with his wife.
Yeah.
And then I saw a video she did by herself, and she was doing the whole church, no weapons formed against me shall prosper, and all that shit.
She did one by herself? I didn't see that.
Yeah, there's a bunch of that church cliche shit. And I'm like, okay, that's something he told her to say.
Oh, yeah.
I feel the whole thing. Manipulator.
I feel the whole thing was coached. Well, first off, I'm not sound like I'm beating a dead horse, but every guy I've seen who wears those type of muscle shirts, those R&B muscle shirts 24/7 is A, usually a narcissist, and B, this is going to be controversial. A lot of them are closeted. I'm going to say right now, I'll say it.
Closeted what?
Closeted gay. A lot of
Oh,
people who wear those muscle shirts 24/7.
yeah.
It's been in my experience, especially the R&B kind, not like the wife beater, prison yard.
He's talking about the Brian McKnight kind.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
Brian McKnight from 1999, that velvety looking tight shirt.
yeah, with baggy dress pants.
Yes.
Nothing else. Those
Dress
dudes,
shoes with no socks.
especially in the church, a lot of those dudes be closeted. So I feel like that's gonna be like the next.
Yeah,
It's maybe.
DB, she's apparently in a cult. Yeah, when I see people start having those type of those cliche answers for why they do certain things, I can tell that inside their house there's some wild shit going on. Because anytime people start with that, no weapons against us shall prosper, when I hear that shit, I'm like, oh, here we go. Because this is the thing. She didn't have to come out and say anything.
Exactly.
Well, what do you got to speak for? You ain't the one that was cheating. Your dude did. So why are you even saying anything?
Because I feel like he feels to save his thing, he's got to show that she's not hurt. So
yeah, yes.
But here's something, right?
Wait, he got famous from. Wait, hold on. Clarence M said he got famous from his video about 7 benefits of dating a single mother. He really did that?
Oh yeah, he panders. That's what I'm saying. He's the bizarro Kevin Samuels. Like what Kevin Samuels does to single mothers, he does the opposite. Like he elevates them. That's why he and Kevin Samuels always fighting. Those two have like back and forth beefs apparently.
I know you guys. I don't know how far into the conversation you guys got because I literally just was able to jump on. But yeah, I agree with whoever said it's like a cult. She's in some sort of cult situation. And the reason why I say that is because her very first reaction video off top let me know where her mind was at. And that's how she sounded exactly like the people that I grew up in church with. She was saying all the same things in the exact same way. It's a manipulation tool. It's really all it is. So in her mind, her godliness comes from her obedience. Her godliness comes from her ability to withstand the tough times with her husband, like a good wife should.
Right.
I'll tell you exactly what they are. They are the couple in a Tyler Perry movie. There's going to be a light-skinned guy with light eyes who's going to show up and rescue her. But right now,
in armor.
Yeah, she's in the first third of a Tyler Perry movie where the mean dark-skinned guy with the muscles is bullying and gaslighting her, and then that's what Jaxn Moore's going to show up.
He's one of those. He gives that knight in shining armor advice. I mean, that's just not even real in the real world. It's not even real. But if it makes you, and I don't know if this is true or not. Maybe you guys could tell me. Does he give like paid consultations and shit?
I think he sells books. I don't know.
Yeah, I knew there was money. There was some money somewhere.
Yeah, he sells books.
But I'm sorry.
Well, I was just
say what you're gonna say. I'm gonna play this after.
Oh well, I was just thinking like it's a trip. It's a trip. To bring up Tyler Perry movies because one of the other accusations is that this whole thing is a scheme, a hoax. Like
well, Diddy, what Diddy just said. Her and Derrick on a demon expelling video. So yeah, these people are scammers.
Yeah,
they're scammers. Yeah, big time.
Yeah, so, I think he got baptized recently too. And it seemed like he was getting baptized in love juices. He's that's when he baptizing.
Oh, it looks like he does public speaking. So I think he gets paid doing public speaking.
Oh,
which by the way is not a bad gig. If you can get a gig where people will pay.
That's a great. If you can hit the college circuit, it's a wrap.
I've gotten asked to do some of those, and it's kind of dope actually. Well, it depends on who's asking. Sometimes you get people who ask, and you're like, why the fuck do I want to talk to you people? But but generally that's not a bad game. The problem is, I think the problem I have is when people are scammers and they're grifting and they're basically just pandering. They're not really trying to help anybody. I get you have to market, that's business, but I don't feel like you have to slander other men to help Black women be able to navigate dating. You know what I mean?
But that's the easy money now. You help Black men by bashing Black women, or you help. Actually, you don't have to say Black, just men and women. Like there's a type of person now who they don't really want to be told how to improve. They want to be told that they're all right and that someone else is the problem. So it's like different the old dating advice from before. Like the old dating advice used to be like, it was toxic in a different way. It was like, oh, the other side can do nothing wrong. If you're not getting the results you want, it's all your fault, and you've got to become more feminine or become more masculine or whatever the thing is. Now it's like, okay, you're fine. It's everyone else that's the problem.
Well,
go where you're wanted.
Not only that, though, they have sort of these characters that they create. They make you a character, then there's the character that's the bad character, like the simp, for example, or they always have this other bad guy. And then let's say, now my whole platform is a sell to these guys, let's say incels, for example. They want to see me bash Black women and tell them, point out how they're the problem. But they also do want tools on how to be quote unquote better, but it has to feed into biases they already hold. So for example, they bash the guy that's not, negative towards women. Not, like they bash the guy that's not doing the whole insult her just because, so she knows her place. So, what's that weird tactic that one guy said? Like text her and then cancel the date or something like that.
Oh yeah, that weirdo. That dude had 1,000-yard stare. Yeah.
So they have so they make it out like, well, unless you're doing these things, that's why it's your fault. So the real thing is women want these bad guys, you now have to be a bad guy. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, for sure. Hold on. Here we go.
You got it?
I have no sympathy for a man who finds it to be difficult to be faithful after being in a promiscuous lifestyle, and neither should you. Nobody told you to be promiscuous before the relationship, and nobody made you be monogamous with just her. You don't want her? Let another man have her. Simple. But the truth is, you've probably been cheating months before you actually put your dick in her. And more times, I would say 9 times out of 10, when the dude gets caught cheating, that wasn't his very, very first time cheating. That wasn't his only time cheating. That was his only time getting caught. Let's be real.
This nigga here.
Motherfucker, that motherfucker like cancel all the shit that you've done.
So he was laying in on thick. Like, that's why I say he was the reverse. That's why I say he was the reverse Kevin Samuels, because like Kevin Samuels, pampers or panders to, the certain type of fuckboy, and then lambasts the single mothers, and he was pandering to the single mothers and bashing the fuckboys, and then the both of them used to have videos taking shots at each other all the time. So
no shit.
They had a back and forth going on. They were like in the middle of it. I guess now it's Kevin Samuels' turn. It's gonna be an easy dunk right now.
Oh, that's a windmill dunk from the free throw line.
Oh yeah.
But just a part of that video we saw, he's literally doing a reaction video to his own confession video.
Oh no! That's a different one. I'm gonna play that one too. That's an old clip that he did that people.
Oh, that's him basically telling himself before he got cheated, before he got.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay. No, I thought that was the old. Because he's always in a car, so you can't always tell. He's always in a car. So,
Yeah. And he's probably on the way to cheat in that car. That's probably what he's doing. It's probably why he's always in the car.
Oh, thank you.
Exactly what he was doing.
Yeah, she's probably in the back seat. Pick her up. Thank you, Ray. Yeah. Oh man,
Derrick Jaxn right now. Trust me, all the blogs.
Because even Essence and
all the Jesus shit.
Yeah.
Vita, I don't want to cut you off. Vita, is anybody?
They're always dirty.
I'm gonna be real. I think she's a believer. I don't think he is. He's that dumb shit. I don't think he really does.
And you know what's hilarious? What's even more hilarious is this, but
super basic, right?
Yeah, but she believes it because her brain has been in that cult life, that church cult life, like game to her. It seems to sound like he probably told her the same shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. Working on.
Yeah, people in the audience.
It's not even coming up on my phone. The stream.
Oh wow! So people.
If people want to run over to Twitch.
Okay, Twitch is. All right, so if you guys are listening or watching on YouTube, you might want to swing on over to Twitch.
Yeah, so I'm putting it.
I think we're also on Periscope. So if you don't have the Twitch app and you're not trying to get it, go to our Twitter page.
Oh, I didn't do it on Periscope.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, never mind. You didn't do it on
Nah, I don't do it on Periscope all the time because
Oh, I do it
sometimes,
all the time.
yeah, sometimes on the Periscope thing, if there's a troll, I don't know how to get rid of them. So sometimes I just don't bother.
Okay, now it's working.
Okay, there we go. There we go.
It's working now.
We're back.
Yeah.
Someone said Derrick Jaxn is a protected citizen on YouTube. He's a sovereign. He's a sovereign simp. He's a sovereign.
He's a more of the cheaters.
A cheating more sovereign simp. He's just. Oh man, that 30 Mackin is something
I
else.
think we're back.
And you know what's crazy? Look at the shirt he got on. He got one of those dry fit shirts. Yo,
oh yeah.
Don't ever wear one of those shirts unless you're going to the gym.
With the mock neck. It's a business casual dry fit.
Don't ever wear dry fit unless you're going to the gym. And you're gonna stank. You're gonna smell like boiled onions.
Yeah, man. This guy, man, he just has I don't know. But
nothing, I never liked him. And you know what used to irritate me the most? That his basic ass takes would get shared all over fucking Facebook. And there'll be all these like people, women in particular, who are like, he's telling the truth. I'm like, he's saying nothing.
Yo, we were saying
things that you have literally been told your entire life.
Yeah. We were saying that all relationship advice is just like the same 5 pieces of advice, but they have to like overcomplicate it to get a whole career out of it. But it's like, just don't be thirsty, have some boundaries, stick to your guns, escalate, and that's basically it. It's just the same 4 pieces of advice, just beaten to death. But people keep acting like it's groundbreaking if you give it a little preacher cadence, and
oh yeah.
And if you point it out, they're like, you just hating because they're telling the truth. I'm pointing out that you literally already know this. It's like what's that girl's name? Simone, not Simone Sanders.
Oh, B. Simone.
B. Simone. She said that basic ass statement about, you say you want this type of guy, but you don't have your shit together type of statement. And everybody was like, yeah, she preaching. I'm like, she's saying the same thing you niggas been saying on Twitter for the past 10 years.
For 30 fucking years.
What are you talking about?
Same old basic ass shit.
But the thing is, it's just reinforcing something you already believe or already been saying.
Yeah.
It's just you feel like this person is like validating you and your beliefs.
Well, number one, the reason why people like it because they like that person. It's not about the message.
Yeah, that's
They like them. Because we see this with people that go to church a lot. No shade towards people that go to church, but most of the time people go to church because they like the pastor. It ain't about the message. Shit, they don't even read the fucking Bible.
I mean, people do. People do that music. There's some songs Beyonce releases where I'm like, if this wasn't Beyonce, you wouldn't care. This is like a very basic song, but hold on, but check this out. So he's commenting on Kevin Samuels beating up on single moms. And he throws a cape on for single moms. And just to make clear, I have no problem with single moms. Like, I don't like that all these manosphere types try to make them into like the bane of society. But
yeah, no, those dudes, we can get into that another time where they're all about single moms. That's something.
They go crazy with single moms. But he's like, from what I've seen, he seems to go like almost the opposite. Like, he made it seem like, if you're a single mom, you're not gonna have any problems at all. Which I think is, you should be a little realistic. Like, if you're gonna be a single mom, you might have a little bit of a harder time dating. Like, you don't have to go to the opposite extreme that he seems to go. But he just played this clip of Kevin Samuels telling a woman she's average at best and all this stuff. And this is his response. Just give an idea of how their beef. I think this is how their beef started.
So I haven't been on the gram in quite some time, but I checked back in. I saw my DMs and I saw quite a few of y'all hit me up with this video. Apparently, it's been going viral where this dating or relationship coach or guru or something like that is telling this woman what y'all just saw. And it was quite a bit of outrage around how he talked to her, how he addressed all women as broads, how he cussed her out at the end. And all the time I was just thinking, like, why hasn't she hung up yet? Like, this conversation should have been about 38 seconds long. I don't know how you, as an adult, even get to a point in the conversation where you get to tell somebody that what they're saying to you is mean. Like, the way I tell people what they're saying to me is that I hang up. And secondly, as a woman, how y'all letting anybody gauge your attractiveness or tell you that you're average at best in terms of how attractive you are as a woman? You don't even know if they really like women like that. If they're attracted to any woman. I'm not even being funny. I'm just being real. But in all fairness, there were both men and women saying he's being brutally honest with her. We need more of that. He's being brutally honest.
I mean, you get the point. He's saying basic ass stuff. It's just basic. Like,
it's the same. He's saying shit we said.
Yeah, yeah. It's to be saying how can you let a man judge your attractiveness at all? And it's
I remember Vita said that weeks ago. She was like, "Why would they put a number on it?"
Right.
Yeah.
And we said that weeks ago, but that's common because when you go into a conversation with someone like that and they ask you those kind of questions, that you should know when they ask those kind of questions what they're about to do. And like I always say, people are only going to do to you what you allow them to. So when someone says, "What would you rate yourself?" Oh, nigga, get the fuck out of here.
Is this real?
We don't even need to have this conversation.
Hold on.
I hope that's not real. Is that for real? I'm Googling.
I was about to actually Google that.
I'm Googling that. That cannot be real.
Oh, wait. No, it is.
No.
Yes, it came up. The cover, cover is great. The cover is amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Oh, and he even had a shirt that said it.
He had a shirt that said that?
Yeah. But is his wife a single mother? Because I feel like he's not practicing.
No, that was his demographic. What do you mean? He knows what he's doing.
Yeah. Yeah, T.
Yeah, but I feel like
you can review that book, T.
Yeah, why am I being volunteered for this? Maybe we can have him on and talk about this book.
Oh, fuck. He'll get mad at us. Me ain't gonna make it 10 minutes.
Oh, but I can't do it on video because I have to see the muscle shirt, and that'll trigger me.
You can't put the picture of the cover of the book up?
Oh, yeah. I am.
Gameplay fair, but why are women listening to men under 30 for dating advice? That's some real game right there.
Yeah.
I'm over 30. I would never listen to a dude under 30 about dating advice.
I was going to say, why is listening to anybody under 30, especially if you over 30? Because one of the things you know when you over 30 is you didn't know shit when you were under 30.
Yeah, you didn't know shit. For real. You didn't know shit at 25.
I thought I knew all types of shit about relationships. No,
I know goddamn thing.
How dumb I was. I thought the only thing that could ruin a relationship was cheating.
Yeah.
That's how stupid I was in my 20s. So yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So there we go.
First off, you know what it looks like? It looks like it's done by. You ever see that piece of like hood art where this girl's walking up the steps when it's a new year?
Yes.
And she has the bag and is dropping stuff and like leaving behind drama. It looks like that's the same artist. Like it's really, see how crude it is? It's so.
Yeah.
I think that's like a genre.
Why is the guy's wearing a shirt just like him? So maybe that's him.
It does look like him, and I was thinking the same thing. After I saw the cover. But who knows? This really might all be his pandering marketing thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I was wrong. The shirt didn't say that. The shirt has something else written on it. But yeah, the art count is Alex L-ish, but Alex L is a little bit better than that, honestly. The funniest thing about Alex L is that guy is super well adjusted now, but meanwhile,
yeah, you got a woman.
Yeah, he had to. Oh wait, hold on.
He finally got some pussy.
You got a feeling he did.
Yeah, it does wonders.
It's amazing what happens. I bet you a lot of people, and I hate to say that, but it'd be true sometimes. Niggas just be wanting some pussy, or some chicks just be wanting some dick. That's really all it is. They just don't want to admit it. They're lonely. They're horny. And they sitting on Twitter.
And when they can't get none, they get angry.
And they're sitting on Twitter mad at all you niggas because this one nigga won't give them no dick.
Look, Isaac K, his audience gets to imagine that they're in a relationship with him, just like people that go to church.
That's exactly what it is, Isaac. I think that's a great point.
Hold on, peep this.
Homies was talking the other day about how now that we're getting older, a lot of women that we're running into have children, except he was frustrated. He felt like dating a single mother was difficult, for him anyway. And I had to be honest, single mothers ain't for everybody. More specifically, they're for grown men only. And when I say that, I don't mean that single mothers are better or worse to date than women without children. What I mean is a woman without children may have a little bit more time for you to grow out of certain shit a single mother don't. For example, if the only plan...
I forget it. It's going to be a bunch of basic stuff.
I was going to say, but the thing is, the first thing out of his mouth is basically insinuating if you don't want to date a single mother, it's because you're not a grown man.
Yeah, basically.
Because, well, maybe you just don't like kids. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's what I was going to say. Look, and this goes for women, too. If women everybody knows I'm a single dad. My daughter's in the room right next door making a bunch of noise. She's 17. If a woman does not want to date me because I have a kid, that's her prerogative.
Right.
She might not be, and this is the thing that he's not saying, because he has no experience in doing this. And I'm glad 2008 B. Scott, he got an Atlanta hat on, so that's another strike for Atlanta. That's another, y'all hold a big L right now after, All-Star Weekend and all that shit. But for him, what he doesn't say is that people have that right. That doesn't make you not a grown-up because you don't want to take care of somebody else's kids. I'm a single dad. My daughter's 17. I don't want to take care of nobody else's kids. Exactly. I'm dead ass. I don't want to date no woman that got a 3-year-old.
And the reality is you can't force people into things like that. The last thing you want is to guilt somebody into being
they'll get into this relationship with you and they might be horrible for your kids.
Thank you.
But or just maybe not
a healthy situation altogether. And you're not guilting this person because they don't want to be with a person who's a single parent. I don't mind the shit. I don't mind because once I hit a certain age, it was very clear most of the people in my bracket were going to have kids, right?
They're going to have. I'll be 40 in June.
It's very likely, So I've kind of just let that go. And the guys that are my age, I don't usually like younger women because they definitely tend to not have kids, right? So I just kind of let that go. But I can also understand if you're a person who is in the dating scene, regardless of your age, and you say you don't want somebody with kids, I totally get it. Because it's not fucking easy. To date somebody who has kids means you have to be okay with them canceling on you at the last minute.
Absolutely.
Because they will drop, and they have to, and you probably wouldn't respect them if they didn't drop everything for their kids.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
Funny.
So you have to be prepared for that. You have to be prepared for emotionally whatever they got going on with you is not going to compare to what they got with their kid. Period. And you have to be number one.
You don't date men with kids. Didi got that right. If you don't want to date men with kids, that's all good because that's a big ass motherfucking responsibility.
It's a huge responsibility. And then you might not be ready to be somebody's stepmama.
Well, I always tell women in a minute, I don't need you to be nobody's stepmama.
Well, your daughter's older, but if you have kids who are 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you might need some support.
Yeah, I don't need no stepmama. I just need you to wear the right kind of lingerie. That's it.
Oh man, he removed the reaction video. I was gonna play the reaction video to himself. And he took it down. I guess he realized
it's not on Twitter. It's on Twitter somewhere.
Yeah, I could probably find it somewhere. If you guys find it, let me know.
See if I can find it. I have something else I want to talk about.
The Twitter version is cut short. Like the other one is longer on YouTube.
Hey, look,
we don't need to watch the whole thing.
I'm glad you said this. I'm so glad I'm not on Twitter right now because I can imagine what the conversation's been like on Twitter. I got banned from Twitter, and it's been the best decision they ever made for me. I would say the best decision they ever made for me was booting me the fuck off Twitter.
Yo, you know what's really interesting? This thing is a real sign of how similar the divestors and the MRA incels are.
They're one and the same.
Because both of them are so happy about this. First, there's like the MRA guys are like, the incel guys like, see, any guy that respects single mothers is a creep. Anyone who doesn't talk about women like that is a creep. And then the divestors are like, you see, you can't trust any black men. So both sides are like high fiving. It's a real sign how they just both get off on Discord. They're the same at the end of the day.
Nah, Isaac K said, I don't want you to be a stepmama. I want you to be my sugar mama. I'm too old, bro. I'll be 40 in June. But you can bring the sugar. You can bring the sugar, but it just better taste right. That's all.
Kenny, stop.
I'm just saying. Look.
Kenny.
Look, Didi said, thank you for understanding. Didi, we're going to have a conversation off of Champagne Sharks live. I'm just joking. These are just jokes. I ain't been here in a while.
That's what it is.
I just ain't been here in 3 weeks.
Acting up, just got to hop on acting up.
I've been in my house at spring break. Y'all know I don't work spring break. So I've been in the house watching vampire movies, texting y'all back and forth about these damn vampire movies for the last 3 nights. I watched like 8 or 9 different Dracula vampire movies.
We got to find a demographic to pander to and just shamelessly pander to them. We'd be cleaning up by now.
Who you want to pander to? Who can we pander to?
I got to figure it out, man. I got to figure out someone who's... Last night I was thinking like we should pander to simps and give like simp advice, but like we encourage the simping. So we say stuff like
Oh, well, no one remember the episode me and Mario did? Me, you, and Mario on the pod, the feminist. Y'all was calling me a feminist. Remember that?
Yeah,
that was like 2 years ago. They was calling me a feminist.
Yeah, we gotta lean into that, man. We have to be like, no, but I'm telling you, like pro simping, like spend $200 every date.
Oh
yeah. If she leaves, it's her loss. Spend $500 next time. Just
Look, when the new Jordans is coming out, buy them for her first. Don't buy yours.
Exactly.
Women first.
I got the video.
Sales, man. The highest selling book is Women Are From Mars, Men Are From Venus. So that kind of stuff sells.
Oh, I believe it. Give guys advice like, he got the sex, but you got the friendship. Who really won? You're the winner, bro.
That's funny. Was that the video, Vita?
What did I just do?
It came up and then it disappeared. Maybe you hit it. Maybe you hit it twice.
I didn't hit the audio thing, so I went to go back into it, and then I accidentally hit something called stop. But
Isaac K, this is a very good point, and this goes back to what T was talking about with Latino Clubhouse. If we spoke a different language, we could kill the game, bro.
Oh yeah.
All right, y'all ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm more so on this. Some people are just gonna close the book on D. Some people are gonna close the book on this dude and say, you know what? I'm done with you. Cancel culture. Come here. I'm more so on the side of his wife and just basically letting this be a new chapter of how I see him, because I do believe that his content over the years has helped a tremendous amount of people. He tells the truth. He speaks facts. And quite honestly, I'm gonna be real with y'all, I've needed several new chapters in my own life. Lord knows. And I'm not ashamed to say it. But I'm no guru. Those are just my thoughts. Y'all let me know down in the comments. And by the way, he has a book detailing how he and his wife overcame all of this in their private lives a long time ago. Some people.
All right.
Nigga, please.
And then he pitched his book.
Nigga, please. Shit. That's the biggest nigga please I could give somebody in a month.
That guy's a lunatic. The guy he has a reaction video to his video and then pitches his book, which allegedly details all the ways he's been a fucked up nigga to his wife.
That's his next sell. That's his next thing he's gonna sell. His next thing he's gonna sell. His next line of books is gonna be the ain't shit nigga.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be.
I was wondering the same thing, Family Guy.
Why men cheat?
Yeah.
Why was he wearing a nurse's outfit? I was wondering the same thing, to be honest.
Yeah, he does dress with scrubs on there all the time.
Is he a doctor? Or
fuck
a nurse?
no. Yeah, Dr. Dre. Fucking Dr. Pepper.
Right.
That's about it.
I wasn't looking. Were they muscle scrubs or did it fit normal?
He's those guys that, when you get to a certain age, like me and T, like when you get to a certain age, you're never gonna get that 6-pack ab like Jack LaLanne shit, but you'll get in pretty good shape. So you wear the tight fitting shirts, so it make you feel like you really been putting in work. That's that guy. That guy's got to.
That's the old man. That's the old man in the club shirt.
Yeah, exactly. That's what he's wearing. Yeah, he just wears it every day for some reason.
Even if he's not going to the club.
Yeah.
that or the Dirty Mac and Pastor. Like Eddie Long used to love those shirts. Like that pastor that's Dirty Mackin'.
You're right.
Yeah.
If your pastor is wearing a shirt like that, he's gonna try to put pipe to your wife. Don't be upset when it happens. It was your fault for attending. Yeah.
Or his son, the way he was acting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because he did come up with that thing.
Hold on, I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
You guys see this one?
Nuh-uh. That's his wife, right?
Yeah.
She's got that license on and ain't nobody home look.
Yeah, this is her latest video. She had another video in addition to this, but I thought I saved it and I didn't. And I'm not going to look for it. But
I seen the one. So I seen the one. Jamila sent it to me yesterday, and it was her by herself talking, and she was doing the whole.
Yeah. I have it on my phone. Actually.
I'm trying not to laugh, man. These people, y'all cracking me up, bro. I'm trying not to
laugh. I can figure out how to.
Oh my god, it's so funny.
I wish there was a way I could upload something in full, easier. I don't know how to do it, but I can't find it. But at any rate, I saw, yeah, there was another video before this one, that she had, and she was basically saying nonsense. I think I have a, oh, actually, you know what? I think I do have a clip of it. Let me see.
She started out with the no weapons formed against me.
Yeah, she was on some weird shit.
Yeah, I seen it.
I'm trying to think. Okay, I know it was on my account. I shared some shit. I have so many weirdos I be in my account.
Yeah, she's gonna get out there and start playing Miles Davis. Night in Tunisia.
I'm gonna see if I can find that other video. I'm gonna see if I can find that other video because I think you guys should see that one first because that's pretty much that's kind of what the first video she posted let me know she was a little nuts.
Yeah, so she's up. Yeah.
If I could find where I posted
being married to him showed me she was pretty nuts.
Oh, here it is. Also, we have these. No, we'll get into that later.
Yo, Kenny. You know who Brian Pumper is, right?
Yes, I know who Brian Pumper is.
Isn't he built like Brian Pumper, kind of?
I think I've never seen the guy outside of his car, but the way his shirt was looking, I would guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw some full body pictures of him.
God damn, man. The Brian Pumper reality show on YouTube is hilarious.
Man, fucking thing is, I shared that video so many times on here, and I can't even find the shit now.
Oh, Isaac K said his social media pages haven't seen any major drop off. No, Negroes are loyal like that. They're not gonna stop watching that dude.
Well,
I heard he jumped up. I heard he got a lot more followers.
Yeah.
Well, that's what somebody on Twitter said. But even then, like, I hate people take like a random thing like that and try to create some story around it with no other context. We don't have the full analytics. But either way, some drama is popping off. You might follow just to keep up with the drama. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean that you support the person or you like the person or any of that. It just, it could just be that two people are sitting up here talking and.
Yeah, that happened to me with a 5150 beef. Like, I don't normally follow them, but for like a month, I followed just because of the beef. Then, this is a great point. Is that a stylization, or is his last name really spelled Jaxn?
There's no way.
That's a stylization, I think.
Yeah, there's no way.
So since I can't find it, I'm just gonna upload it to my Twitter right now and play it. I'm gonna delete it after. I'm like, why did you post that up? That was just showing my audience. Okay, so make this a lot easier at least on myself.
Someone said he gained 200,000 followers on YouTube. What the fuck?
That's what I heard.
That's what somebody said, but we don't really know. I don't know.
People be lying. People be lying, so you don't know.
Yeah,
I said it on Twitter. They probably was lying.
I didn't see that. But I mean, even if it did, like, but what does that mean? You know,
it doesn't mean anything. He ain't gonna change it.
Mean much of anything.
So now I guess that means Kevin Samuels is wearing the heavyweight championship belt right now. I guess he's
sure.
Yeah. Yeah, Bobby, exactly. That's what I was thinking too. That last name is like a porn stripper stage name. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's only 5'6". He's that little.
Yeah, you can tell.
That dude, that Derrick Jaxn.
Yeah,
I think it's part of the reason why he's built like that.
Oh, damn.
Oh, is he Caribbean?
I don't think so.
No, man. That's their own. They're their own race of people.
I thought somebody said he was Caribbean or alluded to him being Caribbean, but I don't fucking know.
Let's see. It's hard to know because some of those ADOS, that's their default answer to everything that goes bad. Their first answer.
You gotta question that differently.
Yeah, with no proof, they'll be like,
"Oh, here we go. I got it." Here we go.
Oh, what'd you find?
Oh, the first video of his wife reacting.
So he was born in Yonkers. He was born in Yonkers, New York, and was raised in Enterprise, Alabama. So
Oh, so that L in his hat was for Alabama, not Atlanta. Okay. New York is still holding that L. So
yeah, I think so. But you know what? He was from Yonkers. He was from Yonkers, so he wasn't from the city. So
yeah, that's like somewhere like Mount Vernon area, right?
yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Yeah, that dude. I'm looking at his pictures. This dude is a major narcissist.
But you know what's so funny?
He's a good self promoter, though.
When the very first video came out, my first thought was, "Yo, this dynamic seems completely off. Like the energy was just off." But you can't really go with much with energy, right? So you just let it move. But then the more I listened to him, I was like, "Yo, he just sounds like a straight up narcissist. Just the way he's even talking about it is like he's pitching a product, right?
Yeah,
it's awful. It's awkward." And I thought, well, then I was like, I don't like to label people narcissists. That's a real medical psychiatric issue. So I don't want to say that. But then I was talking to my friend and I said that to him, and he was like, "Nah, he's pretty close to a narcissist if he isn't one." Like it was pretty clear in that very first video. But I want to show you guys this video of her responding to people's reaction to the video.
Only Jesus can save him. He has already done that. And now Derrick is laying in the bed that he made with the actions that he took. And the only
this is the one I saw.
Saved him from that and can save him from it is Jesus Christ. I can't do anything, say anything to do that. His actions.
I'll be honest, guys, I'm sold.
Actions, and unfortunately, other people decided that they wanted to take whatever they wanted to do and run with that, but no weapons formed against us shall prosper on that piece.
Oh, God.
Why am I speaking now? I've come to confront the issue that says you cannot be healed, that it takes this amount of time for you to be healed, that you have to be depressed, have anxiety, hide your face, you want to cheat.
Nigga, this shit just got exposed the other day.
You are this and we are this and we are that.
There was two mistresses too.
Situation. There's always
probably more than that.
Well,
I mean, two that were caught, and the person that busted him is kind of implying she has more in the wings if he doesn't fess up.
War after the flesh. So when we understand it and we understand the things that are behind.
Yeah, I can't take any more of that. But you see how she's just babbling on about religion.
Oh yeah.
It didn't even make any sense what she was saying. But it did make the entire picture make sense for me after looking at that. What was that?
Oh wait, I'm gonna show you now. Hold on. We're trying to figure out his height, and I found something. Hold on. This is it.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah, so I don't think he's very tall. I don't know. But he's got that 90s R&B fit. Like who wears a shirt like that who's not in a group called H-Town? Like that's just weird. That is really 90s.
He's doing construction work with Timberlands. Nobody wears Timberlands on a construction site, bro.
Wait. You're complaining about the authenticity of his Timberlands on the construction site, but not the top. The shirtless, helmetless.
I mean,
sleeveless vest.
It's fucking. I mean, I don't even know what to say. I mean,
I'm not gonna clown him for this. So I just seen a video with some girl who with the camera was basically aiming at her booty, and she's shooting a basketball. And she's jumping like she made it in, and there's no rim on the backboard.
That was different.
Well, how was her ass? Before I judge, how was the ass? So then
it was a nice ass. I'm not.
Okay. That's different.
It was okay.
He has nice abs, if that's what we're going with.
Yeah, in principle, you're right, but I'm still gonna veto it anyway. I'll figure out a reason why.
Massage noir. This is that massage noir I keep hearing about. That's exactly what this is. Hating on black women.
No, we're hating on a black man. No, we're hating on a black man. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care about that.
Oh man.
Like that was just one video. Like now she has another video I wanted you guys to see. Like this is what makes me think something's really wrong with this girl.
Queen said the side chick did an interview on YouTube. Like what has been going on? I don't know anything about
Tasha K, from what I understand, because I found the original video, the woman who exposed everything, Tasha K, apparently she's already had beef with Derrick Jaxn and a couple other people. So she was like, "Oh, okay, fuck you," and now she's like, "I'm gonna let it all out." So that's what she's on. You gotta be careful.
The mistresses hunted her down to give the scoop
to give her the info. That's the crazy part.
Dang. He should have just did like Shaggy. Wasn't me.
There's a whole celebrity No, she had too many receipts.
Oh damn.
There was a whole celebrity ecosystem here that I didn't know about until this. And this Tasha K is like the Wendy Williams of YouTube. Like she's got a huge following. Yeah, I didn't know who she was.
I didn't either. But apparently she is that. And when I watched her show, I could see why she was popular.
Yeah, she has a good personality. Like a subject matter I don't care about, but I agree.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of how I'm with it. Sorry, y'all. I keep trying to figure out. I keep forget. Like I do it and then I forget to hit share audio. It should just come automatically, in my opinion. But it is what it is. All right, now here we go.
Wow, this is weird. I didn't see this one.
And you do not know what to do. You will drown and you will be a casualty in this war. I did not come here to play games and to play dress up. I came here.
Hold on, can you pause that?
Battle suit. I came here on the battleground, covered in the blood of Jesus.
Is she dressing in military attire to emphasize that she's coming?
Yeah, but we're dealing with a lunatic here.
Love is a battle. She's just like an S1W. They used to hang out with Professor Griff. Like, why is she dressed that way? That's really weird.
It's like an S1W.
It was an S1W.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
No, but she really she's talking about going to war with the devil type shit.
Yeah,
she's not all there. Let me go back a little.
Jesus, I received the anointing of the warrior, and I spilled the blood of the enemy. You see a bonnet, I see the helmet of salvation. You see an army green shirt, I see the breastplate of righteousness. I see.
Did she say no sword formed against me shall prosper?
Yes. So she's using scripture. There's a scripture around the helmet of righteousness and the breastplate. I mean, the helmet of salvation, breastplate of righteousness. There's like that's based off of a scripture. So she's trying to say that beret on her head is the helmet of salvation, and then this army green shirt, because she wore an army green shirt in the video I just showed you before, and she's wearing the hat in their very first video. So she's saying that this is her, breastplate of righteousness, because she's wearing the whole armor of God, as they would say.
Do they got kids?
Yes.
Oh no!
I think they have one kid. I don't know how many, but I think they have one.
Somebody called Child Services Division or whatever it is, and in Alabama or wherever they're from.
She said something that it made her hate her daughter's dark skin or something.
What?
After she got cheated on, someone in the chat said that she said that. Someone in the chat said, I think it was Coach Nail. She said that the wife claimed it made her hate her daughter's dark skin after she got cheated on, which I don't understand the connection, but
I don't know if that happened. Like, you'd have to give me a whole context to that statement.
Oh, I heard something really weird too. This is secondhand. That in one of the videos, she talks about how she was watching the videos of the cheating and was looking at how the other girl's body moves and the secretions of the other woman's body, and was judging her own body. Like, why doesn't my body secrete like that? Why doesn't my body move like hers? And some kind of weird thing that she was saying. Did either of y'all see that?
No.
It was very weird.
I stopped watching that. So this last video was the last one I saw, and I was kind of like, after I saw this video with the helmet of salvation shit, I was just done. That's when I tweeted that shit about religion having black women fucked up out here.
Oh, okay. I saw you tweet that, but I didn't know the context.
Yeah, but people started going weird ways.
That's a whole nother TV show.
Yeah, so there's some abuse going on. I honestly would be interested in knowing what church that she goes to. because that's literally what it's. The reason why I say
does that sound Kojic?
I've shared. It sounds very Kojic, or Pentecostal, or like the kind of Pentecostal shit that I was in. But yeah, I believe she is being spiritually and mentally abused. I do think spiritual abuse is a real thing. I feel like I experienced that being raised in that type of environment, and I think a lot of other people who are raised in those environments. And the thing is, nobody knows they're in a cult because, well, anybody in a cult,
everybody's doing it.
In a cult, right? But the thing about Christian cults is you have no real recourse because everybody just looks at it like a church. So when I tell people I was raised in a cult and there was a prophet, they're like, "Oh, but you was at this church called Southside over on Vermont." That's, you know, so they don't hear, no, this was a weirdo who controlled the minds of multiple people for multiple years. They don't, because it looks like a regular church. It operates like a regular church. You'd come in and you wouldn't notice anything was weird until maybe a few times you had been there. And maybe you wouldn't even recognize it then until you got really involved. And that's usually how those kind of spaces work. So I'd be interested in knowing what church she goes to and how they talk about relationship. Because she's making it like this is her trial or tribulation that she's going through for God. And the reality is she's with the man that's manipulating her and clearly in a relationship with someone he doesn't really even want to be with. At least that's how it looks to me.
That's wild.
I'm gonna unshare this now. But yeah, I'm glad we talked about that though, because there was a lot that was happening around that story that I thought was interesting. I didn't care about her hat or her bonnet or whatever. People were talking about that. People were saying, "Oh, that's why she got cheated on." You know, I don't think people get cheated on for those kind of things specifically. It's usually something else deeper, and it leads to people not wanting to take care of themselves or whatever.
Well, when a person like her who's clearly being controlled by a multitude of things, when you're being controlled like that, is, you know, of course people on the outside looking in are going to say, "Oh, that's why," especially dumb niggas on Twitter. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? She needs some help.
Whoa, they exposing some other news in here. Wait, hold on. What is this? I'm seeing Didi. What? Oh, these are other rumors.
Oh, there's more rumors?
The internet is saying Derrick has a biracial child and Tasha is going to drop it.
I heard that rumor, but no one has proof.
They're
you know what happened?
On Tasha K.
Tasha K was threatening to release something, and people were speculating that it was that he had a biracial kid by Becky. But is that official now, or is that just the same?
So Isaac, the way Isaac's making it sound like, because he's saying, "I thought it's been known." I don't know how you thought that, Isaac. Like, really? Oh, why would we know this?
There was this guy named Thon Lexi who was speculating that.
Yeah. So you said thought. So I'm just curious. Since you said it, you thought it's been known, Isaac. Where would we have known? Like, where was this conversation? Like, how?
I don't think it's official because we would have heard about it by now. It would have been all over the place.
Because he's saying people called out Derrick on that back in the day. He admitted to being a fuckboy. Yeah. So people brought it up. Some people bringing it up if it doesn't become a big story, most of it's not known. You know what I mean?
But I mean, he's definitely more famous.
Responding to it. Did he
he's
lie?
Definitely more famous now.
I'd be curious to know if he had a kid outside of the marriage. That's crazy.
He's definitely more famous. He's definitely more famous because now.
I'm like totally making like their lives days of our lives or some shit.
And really, it's just a dusty ass nigga and a brainwashed woman.
Yeah, why feel bad, man? He's been doing it to himself.
Well, it's not even that. It's just, I don't know. I guess seeing people's drama play out online isn't always.
Coach O'Neal, he was bigger than I thought because a lot of people knew who he was, but this is my first time hearing about him too, and I think he's gotten a lot more famous off of this for sure.
I think his videos were going viral, and a lot of people didn't know who he was. You know, you just see videos go viral. You just let them go. You know, that's probably what happened with him. I remember there was this guy. Remember that guy who would always make these long ass poems about nothing, but it was basically like "We Are the World" type shit. He was like a young kid, maybe like 19, 20. oh well, I don't remember his name. He's had these long ass videos talking about why race shouldn't matter and we're all people or some shit.
It sounds familiar, but it's not ringing any bells.
I can't think of his name, but I remember he's had these little videos go viral with these bullshit ass poems or whatever, spoken word, and nobody really knew his name. But when he started to fall off, people were happy. Like I couldn't tell you the name of that kid that be singing Negro spirituals.
I don't know his name either. I'm a young black man. Him. I don't know his name either. I don't know he's a young black man. That's all I know. I'm serious.
Time I see one of his videos, I'm just like, why are people? Something's bad because what happens is white people just love the fuck out of it and they won't let the shit go. So
yeah, of course,
that's the thing. So that's how you know it's bad. When white people love something way too much, you know it's a problem.
This is what I figured. I found that black people, we hold the key to or access to the talent. They hold the key or access to the narrative. So we might see somebody black doing something corny, goofy, like I'm a young black man kid, and we be like, man, that little nigga, he tripping, And then white folks would get him, and then they can actually put him on TV.
Yep.
They can put him on TV. We can't take him on TV.
Yep.
Next thing you know, this motherfucker's at the goddamn Super Bowl. Like, what the fuck? We didn't ask for him. We wanted fucking DeBarge or some shit. I don't know. But we didn't want him. We didn't ask for him.
He said we wanted DeBarge.
Somebody, some real nigga shit. We didn't want no bullshit like that. We didn't ask for that little nigga. Shit.
We just wanted L.
We don't want the rest of them. They all strung out.
We want the one. I think L been sober. We can kick it with L.
What's the one that was doing hip hop in the 90s, in the late 90s? Chico straight. He was with Terror Squad or some shit. We can fuck with him.
I just remember that song "Ig and Me," and then that song with Joe. Remember that song?
Yeah, Joe. Yeah. See, we fuck with him. We don't want that. I'm a young black man shit.
There was something else I wanted to talk about, unless you guys had other topics.
I forgot what it was. We had texted each other about a couple of days ago, but I forgot, and I don't want to go through the text messages. Too many texts.
Well, I saw something on Twitter that I found to be interesting. It was about relationships and sex, and
if you ain't one, you should be having some.
Yes,
but they ain't getting nothing.
But this was actually somebody posted this, and this person always posts some funny. To me, they're always funny conversations, but people really be getting mad at them. I don't really know why.
Who is it, Sam?
Nah, this guy named Mr. Alexius.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, he just be posting stuff. But so he posted this thing. Let me see. How do I share this again?
Hold on. Right. I think I found a video where she's talking about
go ahead.
Competing with the mistress. But I'm just listening.
We can go to this later. Go ahead.
Oh no, you can go to it because I have to find the specific place.
Okay.
Well, but by the way, to give an idea, to give an idea how much bigger he's gotten, this made the Breakfast Club. He made Donkey of the Day. So now that's like the #1 show in the black community. So now he's really blown up.
Yeah, we made him popular on Black Twitter, I'm sure.
Yeah, but that's gonna happen. I mean, I don't even get mad at that because it's not something you can control. People gonna talk about shit. That's always been the case. The difference is online, we can measure it, we see it more. But word of mouth is how shit gets popular all the time. Remember, like the saying, what does it say? All news is good news for PR.
All publicity is good publicity.
Yeah, there we go. All publicity is good publicity. And so that's an old saying that's been around since film.
If it bleeds, it leads.
So that's always been the case, regardless of internet. So him being more popular doesn't bother me because that always happens when you have a conversation. It's just life. Did you find it?
I couldn't find the actual clip of her saying that she was stalking the mistress and trying to be like her. People on Clubhouse are talking about it.
Shout out to Expose the Manosphere.
Is he up in here?
Yeah. So he said, I've seen Jaxn all over social media, even from some of my friends, although I don't listen to him. Yeah, he's pretty popular. He goes around. wanted to give a shout out to Expose the Manosphere because the name is exactly what he does.
Yeah.
One of the best channels on YouTube. That's
one
funny
of the best channels, one of my favorite channels. Sometimes it just be cracking me up. It just cracks me up.
My favorite was when that clip he had of the guys blaming black women for like the Civil War.
Yes.
Vietnam War.
Oh my God, that was so funny. Just random acts of history.
I know. It should just said like random wars that America wasn't even in, like the Spanish Civil War or stuff like that. It was black women. Just start blaming for everything.
You know that.
That was so funny. That clip was the funniest thing I ever seen.
Oh, I heard there's an interview with Colonel COVID Gaddafi. You said that what you said, T?
Oh yeah, I didn't see it yet, but yeah, Colonel COVID Gaddafi was up on there, for sure. Yeah, he was on his last live stream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't be on there talking crazy. We're gonna have to distance ourselves from your black ass. Like, I don't know him. He's not. No idea who that is.
Yeah, he definitely has a work ethic. Derrick Jaxn, I'll give it to him. That dude.
It's his job. What you mean work ethic? He hires a PR company to spread all his shit. All those people do that shit. That's just how.
Oh yeah.
He's just making videos and putting on. He got a whole team of people to help him with that shit. That's not easy. That shit is to do nowadays.
Do you think he can salvage his career off of this? I mean, he's got a lot of publicity.
Yeah,
I think he could, but the problem is all these other videos from him and his wife have made it worse. Because I think he could have just not even had a video at all. He could have just tweeted, I was unfaithful to my wife. It got exposed. Me and my wife have been working on it, or we are working on it. That's why, I cut off things in August with that girl because, just something short like that. Boom, that's it. One little statement to your fans because your fans believed in you. I get it. But what his dumbass does is make himself look more like a creep.
Yeah.
And makes her look like a fool. Because how you got her
look like a goddamn fool.
Got her out here looking like a goddamn fool. You know what I mean? So because here you are talking about women should know how to pick better men, and that's your whole thing on teaching them how to pick those better men. Well, what did your wife pick?
Well, and also he's an expert in not being accountable. He should have took the Tiger Woods route when Tiger got caught cheating.
He does fake accountability. No, does he? Remember, he notice he does that whole, yes, I was wrong, I did it, but it was nothing like heartfelt. It didn't seem like he gave a fuck, honestly. He sat there like, I wasn't faithful to my wife. I was fucking bitches everywhere. I was knee deep in pussy every day. And I'm like, damn, you're gonna say all this shit while you holding their hand, just going all no.
Sometimes you gotta take the Tiger Woods route. I disappointed a lot of people. Thank you. Do the Russell Simmons, Tiger Woods. I'm sorry I disappointed people. Thanks for coming. Good night.
Right.
You both of those together.
Next to you. Now you got her looking crazy, and now you look even crazier.
Absolutely crazy.
Now you look even crazier.
Because now you look like a creep. You look like a dude that, honestly, you probably have beat some of that shit into your wife's head. You probably knew that she was vulnerable because she's coming from some type of cult or whatever the fuck she's part of. And you play on that. That's what people do. They'll play on that. What you call them, codependents? They do that. They play on that shit.
Exactly.
So he's a codependent on her because he knows that she's batshit crazy and she depends on him.
Well, codependent is, she would be the codependent and he would be the narcissist.
Yeah, he's the narcissist. She's the codependent.
He's the codependent, yeah.
But whatever he's telling her, she thinks that it's the right thing.
Because she's a codependent.
Yeah, she thinks that it's
she
cool.
lives off of his confidence. Right? She doesn't have that confidence. That's why she's giving these fake ass scriptures and this bullshit. She's hiding behind religion because she doesn't have any real guts.
Yeah. Right? What else? What else could she say? If she goes on live and starts talking, what is there to say?
But that's the thing. She wouldn't even say it. That's the thing. She wouldn't have said anything. But she's coming out with these other videos saying nonsense because she's trying to make it out like she has this strength that doesn't really exist.
These niggas been on reality TV or something.
Talking that didn't even make sense, misapplying them, to be 100% honest with you. So even from a religious perspective, she sounds fucking nuts.
Oh yeah,
because none of that explains being like, none of that explains him. You sitting next to him while he makes a fool of you on this video. That like none of that explains that.
Man, I know her family's got to be very disappointed unless they're in the cult too.
Who's gonna be disappointed?
Her family. They should be very disappointed unless they're in that cult too.
They might be, or she cut them off.
Yeah.
You gotta think about that too. A lot of times people who join those kind of places, they end up cutting off the religious people. There are people in their family that aren't part of it. They're considered to be worldly.
That's true. They're of the world.
They're of the world, right? Remember, because the other thing about cults is that you have to create a us against them.
Mm-hmm. God damn, that's too bad. Some Jim Jones shit right there, man.
See, did you find this video or whatever you was looking for?
No, but it seems like it was on Instagram. So, it was on Instagram, and she's been posting some crazy stuff on Instagram, and it was on Instagram that she mentioned comparing. It seems it was written by text, comparing her secretions to his mistress's secretions, which I have no idea how she'd be able to get access to that.
What the hell does that even mean?
I was like secretions, like
sweat.
Other girl's pussy was wetter. Like
yeah, exactly.
She uses more slobber when she sucks dick. Like, I'm trying to figure out what she's talking about.
No, like her love juices. Like, basically, she was. But I don't know how she was able to see them. I don't understand.
Did this nigga show her his sex videos? If he did, I swear to fucking God.
He did.
I hope.
I don't know for sure. I'm just guessing.
I hope this is a misunderstanding, because maybe she was using the wrong word or something. Because I hope to God this asshole did not show her his sex videos.
I mean, that's what it seemed. That's what it's
seeming
like.
This is the thing, Emmanuel. Like, the thing, because you said comparing. So this is the thing. When women get cheated on, that's the first thing that they're gonna do. Probably men too. I don't know. But the first thing you're gonna think is, what does this other person have that I don't have?
But to actually study and watch it, though, that's just the weird part.
Yeah, that's a whole nother TV show, man.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I'm not gonna actually be watching it with a fine-tooth comb. That's like a bit.
I mean, I probably would. I'm a little weird like that. So I want to know what the fuck what's wrong with me. Tell me what's wrong with me.
What the hell, Vita? You log out and then log back in. Yeah, 2008 B Sky, they probably trying to sell the video. Exactly. A night with Derrick Jaxn.
They saying that he made it seem like a favor. Oh hell no. Nah. Oh, you know what? Because in that first video, he did say he showed her everything. I think he did say that, didn't he?
Oh my god! So he was keeping videos of the shit. Hey, that nigga weird.
Yo,
yeah.
Are you trying to torture this woman? I don't know if she really needs to leave.
And he was doing it in the marital abode. Like, he didn't even want to spring for a motel or anything.
Right? Yeah, he was doing it at his house.
Yeah, he did it in his house.
He probably told his wife, "Hey, I need you to go to the store from him and send her a list of shit." And had the woman come over, beat it up, and then my wife's on the way back. She just texted me.
Apparently she was visiting her family, and then he lied to the mistress and said he was separated, and she was like, "Why is everything in the house like this?" And it's like,
why you got pictures of your wife?
Yeah, we haven't got that stuff out yet. He told her something like that.
See, I appreciate Dee and Glow G for understanding my transparency. Sometimes it's okay to admit that we be tripping. I know I be tripping. That's why I never, unlike Derrick, I never put myself in positions of I'm fucking perfect and I get it all together, because I don't. Notice whenever we talk about the relationships or work, I talk about not being perfect. I talk about all that shit. I talk about my own faults, how I fell for dumb shit. Because it's never about putting yourself, if you aren't a narcissist, you're not going to put yourself in this holier than thou position so everybody can point out. So when shit like this happens, you all exposed because you sat up there and act like you was holier than thou. Guess what? You're going to find some shit where I fucked up. You're going to be like, Vita didn't use any empathy. I sure the fuck didn't find that shit. I fucked up. That happens. That's life. You know?
I mean, even as a dude, man, like me and Vita talked about this before, I've done some fucked up shit to women before in my lifetime. You know what I'm saying? When you're young, you do stupid shit.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was a maniac. So at the end of the day, but I was accountable for that shit too, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude is literally grown as hell. got women coming in and out of his house where he shares with his wife and his kids. Man, this nigga's been killed for less.
Yeah.
That woman might snap one day.
I'll tell you exactly.
Hey, another story about Steve McNair.
And I condone it.
Oh, Steve McNair, yeah.
What's that joke? I ain't saying I condone it, but I understand.
Yeah.
That's like, you remember that Chris Rock joke about O.J. Simpson?
Yep.
That's how I feel. If she snapped one day, look, I ain't saying it's right.
But I understand.
Yeah.
And he's setting himself up for that shit.
Yeah.
I feel like he's one of those dudes who probably wasn't getting top notch before. I mean, before he got this YouTube fame. So now he's, probably was trying to step out like crazy.
So Isaac K said he's been doing this since his mid-20s. I've never heard of this dude until this week. I've never heard, but I don't be watching them type of shows. I just don't. But
you never heard of Derrick Jaxn until this week?
I've never heard of him until this week.
It's not about watching his shows. You probably have to be. He was really popular on Facebook.
Oh, I'm not on Facebook.
Yeah, I think that's where he really blew up, because that's where videos would get shared all the time. In Facebook groups and things like that. So I think that's
I haven't been on Facebook in 8 years.
So you probably wouldn't have ran across it. Every once in a while you get clips of him on like Twitter, people talking about it on YouTube. But for the most part, he was on.
He done blooped up now.
I mean, look, it is what it is at this point.
What was that thing you were showing us, Vita?
Huh?
That thing you were showing us. I
was wondering if everybody want to change the subject, but I don't know what the hell T doing.
No, trust me, man. I'm finding it. I found it.
You've been finding it for like 20 minutes.
You can help.
I don't know what
it's not stopping you from helping.
I don't even know what he's looking for.
Right.
No, I'm looking for this thing. No, you have all the information I have, which is that she said that she wanted to be the other woman. But okay, I think I found it. It took a while, but Lipstick Alley delivered. So here we go.
Oh, okay.
Well, they gonna always, when it comes to drama and gossip.
Yeah, they find
that's where they thrive.
Yeah.
If I was a recruiter for the CIA, I would stop and start at Lipstick Alley. Just get people off of there.
Get everybody in there telling.
Yeah, you will find the best spies ever on Lipstick Alley, because they can find anything. Just tell them it was about somebody cheating. They'll do the due diligence.
And those women are nuts. So
this is it.
She's out of her fucking mind.
I knew her body better than I knew my own. Spirit of obsession. I seen her naked. # tormented.
What is she posted on Instagram?
Looks like it. Yeah. Jaxn. Body issues go deeper than IG, YouTube, and other media outlets, adding premium outlets like porn channels, including the quote-unquote homemade videos, and you're standing in the door labeled torture. On the other end, eagerly awaiting your arrival is obsession, anxiety, fear. She's crazy as cat shit. Incubus, succubus, jealousy, rage, and a host of other demons. Let me tell you how cunning the satanic plot is that nearly destroyed me. The word says the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. Therefore, what happened to me is real time happening to others. The stepstones to the pathway leading to the door of torture happened in my youth. Fast forward to a woman who attended college with me. This is the mistress, dark skin, well known, successful, and just so happened to be someone I've seen naked, penetrated, soaking, moaning, and more. I hated the woman, but I also desperately wanted to be like her because it felt like she had something I wanted. Once my eye gates were open to this part of her, I studied everything about her. It came down to me knowing her bra size, waist size, and how she liked to be stimulated during the act. A few times I tried to imitate her in the same way, and it backfired miserably. This is just what jealousy and rage needed to get, in modern day terms, lit in my mind, body, and soul. Daily, these thoughts screamed at me, you'll never have what she has. You don't fit the profile. She's dark-skinned perfection. You're not. He'll always choose her over you. She's more successful than you. Look at what she's done and look at you. How can you compete with that? Do you see her body in clothes? Now look at her body outside of them. You're only good for one thing, and it will never meet up to the standard she met. A few of many spirit crushing blows that had total body and with that total control of my mind for over a decade, were working tirelessly to destroy me at the core. They seamlessly played on my issues. Yeah, so I don't know.
What?
Yeah, she's kind of all over the place. I don't know.
That's scary, honestly. I feel even worse for her. I think she really is a
It
little
sounds
off.
like she's ready to drive a car
It
off a
honestly
cliff.
puts so many things in perspective, even
Yeah.
more so. It confirms what I already thought after the first video. It pretty much confirms that. And I don't even want to say it, but I think it's clear why he's unhappy in this marriage. They need to probably end this shit.
Yeah, because I'm guessing. Damn, I'm guessing that I don't want to get in his. I'm not putting myself in his shoes.
I know what you're gonna say. It's a tough thing. It's a tough thing to say. I think Vito was kind of hinting at it too. That she might have pushed him a little bit with some craziness. But
man, let me tell you something, man. T, you know this, bro. I dated a girl that was crazy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, not that far, but far enough, and it got to the point to where, I was like, I gotta either I'm gonna somewhere else. I'm gonna start eating.
One unfair double standard that benefits women. Like there's a lot of double standards that benefit men, but one unfair double standard that works in women's favor is I noticed it's way more acceptable to say that a guy drove a woman to cheat than to say a woman drove a guy to cheat.
Yeah.
Like you know, if a woman cheats, sometimes she didn't even have to say the excuse. People be like, "Well, what did he do wrong?" You know, like people will jump to it.
Yeah.
But when a guy says it, it's like inexcusable. You're just making excuses. You know, there's nothing she could have done that would have made you cheat. You're just a dog. Yeah.
Well, but I think that comes from the stereotypes we have of women and men in general, especially men.
Yeah.
You know, and men do this shit. Like this is the thing. Men perpetuate the thing that backfires on them. This idea that, well, you know, it's different for men. We just want to fuck anything. We need new pussy here. You know, like no, see, guys say that. I'm sure you guys heard guys say this stupid shit, right? And they reinforce this idea. And so when things like that happen, where you end up getting hurt, or you cheat, it doesn't turn into, oh, it's because this person you were unhappy in your relationship. It's because you're just a dog. But that's because men perpetuate that.
But guys prefer that because the alternative is scarier to them. Because this is the alternative. This is why guys would prefer that than the alternative. Because like even if you're a handsome guy, like say you're a handsome guy, you're in good shape, whatever. If I as like a handsome guy go out the house and say, you know what, I'm gonna get laid today, I can't say that. Like as a guy, you never know. Even if you're handsome,
really don't.
You have no idea if you're gonna get laid. But if you're a woman, even if you're homely, if you want to get laid on a certain night, you can pretty much do it. There's no guarantee. Yeah, there's no guarantee he's gonna be a great guy. So guys need to believe that women need reasons to have extramarital sex, because if they don't need reasons, if women can just do it because they're horny, just because they feel like it, the same way guys can, we lost. We can't compete with that. If me and my woman are both the type who can just cheat because we're horny, she's gonna beat me every time.
Oh yeah, because you don't control the access to sex in this society.
Yeah,
in this society, you only control access to people. But when it comes to taking your clothes off, no.
Yeah. You say one fucked up. Everybody's talked themselves out of ass just by saying one thing too much.
Be on you or be bleeding or something. It'd be something wild. It'd be some wild shit.
If guys thought they want to, which they can, but guys don't want to admit it to themselves. If the guys are crazy now, guys would be trying to follow a woman like
dudes would be having sex at work, all kind of wild shit. It'd be insane. Like that's not a good look.
Yeah, guys would handle the woman's sexuality and that they can get as horny.
That's the other thing though. It's not just that they can't handle a woman's sexuality. A lot of men can't handle their own emotions or even understand them.
Yeah, that too.
So sometimes it's easier to say, well, I just like sex versus I have a fear of intimacy. You know what I mean? That's a lot easier to say, oh, I just like new pussy than to say I never feel safe in a relationship. I don't know how to make
that's
connections.
also the same reason why, and I've seen these interviews on the Soft White Underbelly channel on YouTube, and that's why a lot of the dudes on there can't date women that do porn. They can't. Most dudes can't be a, for lack of better terms, a pimp. They can't be a pimp because their mind is not conditioned to think that my girl is going out there to have sex, regardless if she bringing money back or not. She's gonna have sex with another dude. Yeah, stop right there. So if you have to accept that's just what it is. So if you have a girlfriend that does porn and she's Jenna Jameson, the biggest porn star in the world, how are you gonna justify that shit in your mind unless you kind of fucked up, or unless you're in that industry? That's the only way you're gonna be able to understand that, because that's not normal. As much as dudes be on YouTube or wherever, Twitter, talking that shit, I don't give a fuck what they say. They're lying. Because it's not normal. That's not normal. Even if you, what did Iceberg Slim say? He got molested, all kinds of shit. So even if you a pimp, something happened to you for you to even have your mind thinking this way. And so it doesn't like you just woke up and said, "No, I don't want to play basketball. I want to be a pimp." It doesn't work like that.
I also think because society has a double standard on, women's sexuality and stuff with that whole Madonna whore thing. It's like almost like a woman has to say there was a deeper reason, because then the slut shaming will happen. So guys, people don't expect much from them. So people expect guys to be dogs, but people expect more from women. But the funny thing about the whole something was going wrong in the relationship thing is, technically, at any given time in any relationship, there's always something wrong. So technically, you can always think of something. You know what I mean?
This comment section has turned into who the biggest porn star is. What is wrong with you guys? I want you guys to go to church.
See how you men are?
Get out of here. Get out of here with that stuff.
Y'all just nasty.
Deviltry. Deviltry there.
Being nasty and worldly. Look at y'all. I rock the mic, so the man will have to pay for it to catch up to a woman's body count.
Oh my God.
No, but the thing is so funny,
and maybe not even then,
around body count, and a lot of it's not things like that. To me, probably aren't as gender based as you might think. Because just because a woman may have access to sex doesn't mean she's gonna have sex all the time, and not every woman has as much access as you might think.
But even if they do, but this is the thing though about that whole body count thing. We just talked about this. Every dude has talked themselves out of some ass. If you get a woman to your house and because a dude knows when he gonna get some, and you say, "Well, how many men you been with?" Nigga, it's over for you.
But even if you don't ask, he wasn't talking about asking. But just the reality is that you'd be surprised who is or isn't having a lot of sex.
Yeah, that's
people say a lot of things. People lie, including women, in both directions.
Yeah,
they did more, and niggas are lies that they did less. We really know these things, and honestly, we don't need to. These are private things. You're allowed to have.
I just believe that it's stupid to even ask.
But speaking of being driven to cheat, so this person, Mr. Alexius, he's usually funny. A friend of mine just sent me screenshots at date night.
First of all, he's lying, because don't no nigga keep no shit like this in no motherfucking calendar.
Or he might, I don't know. Maybe this is his way of trying to make a point to his wife. I don't know.
You doing a little bit of this, nigga.
Well, this is my thing. So I have my own take on it, but I'm interested in getting y'all's take before I go in, because I can go in.
Well, I mean, let me see the calendar again.
Oh, let me go back.
I want to see the days. I don't care about no damn date night. I just want to see where the sex is.
I don't care about
fuck about no date night. I cook at home.
Kitty, you just crack me up all the time. Okay, hold on. Here's the calendars.
That picture is hilarious.
I know. Somebody posted that.
It's the one Friday on the 1st, then the 8th, and then the 3rd. So that's 3 times in about a week. None until the 25th. She might have been on her cycle at that time. Then that might be cycle time, because the 25th and then none until the 30th. Okay, go to the next one. Okay.
He apparently went a few days.
On date night.
In a month? Is that twice in a month?
Twice in a month. That's February. Okay, go to that. That February is a short month. So go to the next one. None. Damn. None in March. Well, this is still March. Well, this is 24th.
Yeah, they've only had one date night. What's interesting is they've only had like a couple of date nights too. So it's not like they had a whole bunch of time together.
Well, first of all, we're in a goddamn pandemic. So secondly, too, do these niggas work? Because if you work every day,
Yeah, it's tough.
Okay, what are you supposed to do? Date night 4 times a month, nigga? I gotta go to work. Okay, do they live together? Like, there's a lot of variables that we just don't know.
Right. He didn't say if they were
I
married.
also feel like
or
a lot
not.
of people. No, I feel like a lot of people make up stuff to go viral. So I feel like that guy might have been making his own calendar of a
That's
fake
fake.
friend. Yeah. These people
It's
lie so
possible.
much.
But this is my thing. Regardless, the conversation is real. These are real conversations people have all the time about not having sex in their relationships. And this, and particularly, it's usually a very gendered conversation. They'll say, "If the problem is that women don't want to have sex with their men, and it's their like as though it's their job, right?" So they'll say things like, "Well, how do you expect a man not to cheat if you're not giving him pussy?" Or what's the other one that they'll say? Women don't understand how important sex is. I don't think people. That's not true. Women feel sex is just as important. They really do. But nobody ever has the conversation when these topics come up. Why doesn't your wife want to fuck you? They never ask that question. Why is your wife not?
We didn't get any information. We just got a calendar.
That's right, right. And the other, but just in general though, like whenever these conversations come up, I'm always frustrated. Like nobody ever takes the conversation to why there's no sexual feelings there.
Sometimes
Women
it's the
need
guy.
sex biologically just as much as men do. So the question is it hormones? Maybe just a hormonal time of the year.
It's the guy sometimes too. Like
Yeah.
there's a stereotype that it's always the woman, but sometimes it's the guy.
And I know for a fact it's not always women.
Hell no. Because I actually dated a girl and we used to beef so much I didn't want to sleep with her. I didn't want to. Why do I want to beef with you all day and then lay up next to your motherfucking funky ass? So you got me fucked up because you got to be in a mood. If you stress me out all day long, I don't care.
Right.
You won't later.
And that's my point. So clearly there's a problem going on. Maybe it's miscommunication. Maybe she's tired. Maybe she's hormonal that time of the year. Maybe she's depressed. Nobody, like, if you actually care about your partner, why don't we find out what the problem is?
Well, I'll say this though.
About just the sex.
Yeah, but I'll say this too though. There's been many a times in my own, I can't speak for all these other niggas out here, but in many a times, all of that might be going on. But when you ask, hey, so what's going on? You don't get the right answers.
Because this is the thing, that's a dumb question. Nobody, people don't know what's going on. Because the reason why I say that, because people don't always know what's going on. She might not even been aware that she's not having sex as much.
I would rather you say, I don't know what's going on.
I was in a relationship. No. I'm gonna give you an example. I was in a relationship with somebody, right? Something happened in our relationship. We started off having lots of sex. By the middle of the relationship, I had no sexual desire towards him. None. I didn't want to have sex with him. But this is the thing. I didn't know it was a lack of sexual desire thing. I just thought I didn't want to have sex. And so I really didn't know. How the fuck would I know? I still love him.
If you're not sexually attracted to somebody,
I didn't say I wasn't sexually attracted. That's not what I said. I said I'm not feeling sexually aroused for whatever reason. I just thought I didn't want to have sex. I didn't know it was attached to him. I didn't know it was a problem in the relationship.
It was him. Was it him or just a general mood?
It was a problem. So it's a couple of things. I'm a sexual assault survivor. So
did he know that?
Yeah, he did know that.
He should have known that that's something that could come
on. But when you're 20, we were like 24. We didn't fucking know.
Oh, well, y'all should goddamn
I'm giving you an example of how you might not even be aware of what's going on with yourself. In another relationship, I was depressed as fuck. I didn't know it was depression. My doctor had to tell me I was depressed. I was going in for sciatica. And the motherfucker said, bitch, you're severely depressed.
Okay, but how old was you then?
I was 30.
Okay.
I didn't know.
Because 23, you ain't grown.
Because this is the thing. I didn't know what depression was. Nobody told me what depression was. I learned about it in books. I didn't know what it felt like. So you might not even know something's wrong with you. Men do that all the time. You ask a man what's wrong. Nothing, I'm fine. And then you find out later he's stressed out about work because some really bad thing happens and he didn't even really process it. He didn't want to talk about it.
Well, we don't know that in this situation because all he gave us was a calendar.
I'm not saying that this did or didn't happen in that situation. My whole point is the sex is the symptom. It's not the problem. This either you guys aren't sexually compatible. You got maybe she's not feeling, or he or she isn't feeling well in their body. Maybe it's a sign of other health issues. Maybe it could be a million other things. We have to find out why. The go-to shouldn't be, well, I'm cheating, or this person doesn't respect me, or find out what the fuck is going on. Maybe you guys don't need to be together. Maybe that's really what the conclusion is.
Well, I mean, I'm only reverting back to the calendar because that's all we know. But what I'm saying is, and I don't know how old that dude is. I don't know how, because there's a lot of variables that we just don't know the answer to. So what I'm saying is, okay, T, I see you. So what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, we need more information because every situation is different. It could be a situation where she overworked or he's overworked or they lying or whatever the fuck. It could be a whole lot of stuff, but at the end of the day, it's got to make sense. You taking off right now, T?
Yeah, I'm taking off right now, but I was gonna say if you guys want to stay on, feel free.
I got another. What time is it? I got 15 more minutes. It's almost 8:00.
Yeah, I gotta go in a minute too.
Yeah, I'm on East Coast time, and I'm trying to go to bed earlier these days.
But just the thing is, Kenny, you're talking about this story. I'm not talking about this story. I'm using this to talk about the larger conversation around.
Well, yeah, I mean, in a larger conversation, yeah, of course. We
don't know about this nigga. This nigga's probably lying. Fuck this.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, in a larger conversation, look, I'll say this, and if you taking off T, I'll holler at you. I'll text you in a little bit.
All right, man.
All right, I'll holler. At the end of the day, like I had a situation where I was dating a girl and she was doing the same thing. Like something was going on where she just sex wasn't jumping. So eventually we ended up going our own different ways because I'd rather just leave your ass alone. I ain't got to cheat on you. And then after a while, I was like, something must have been going on. But then after I've thought about it and thought about who this person was and their whole surroundings, there's a whole lot of shit going on. But I'm not educated to understand all that mental shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not educated to understand all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but this is the thing though. The decision I made was to go this way. It wasn't to, oh man, you need to cheat then, nigga. And that's the thing. That's the difference between talking to young dudes and grown ass men. A grown ass man like such as myself, I'm gonna ask you specific questions because I know what to ask. Now, if you give me a bunch of basic shit and you're not trying to tell me anything, after a while, I gotta do what I gotta do.
You gotta move on. Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not married to
communication. Because even that's a sign of the problem in the relationship. You can't communicate with me.
Yeah.
You can't connect. That in itself, that's why I'm saying the sex is just a symptom.
Yeah, something else is going on while you. Now, that being said, how often, based on the calendar, how often, and this is subjective.
I got it.
How often should they be having sex? I don't know because I don't know that person.
That's the other thing I was going to ask because if this person is people are married, from what I hear, married people don't be wanting to have as much sex because they be tired.
That's why I'm never getting married.
Because people be tired. They be tired of each other. Be tired of bills, be tired of kids, be tired of everything.
They're tired of everything. They're tired of everything.
So I've heard that could be, I don't know, but I've never been married. You know what I mean? I could be me in my 30s, single, feeling like, by single, unmarried or whatever, not living with anyone, I might have all kinds of ideas around how often I think people should have sex. But I've also haven't turned 40. I haven't had a mortgage to pay. I haven't had kids. I haven't, so there are these other things. I don't know what that feels like. You might not be.
I don't know. I mean, I look at it like this, like, because I know people that's like that. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe
Women.
Maybe fart in his sleep.
Yeah, I don't know. But I know women that are 38, 39, 40, or a little bit older. And I have conversations with them about this kind of stuff because I don't care. I mean, I ain't trying to fuck you. I just have these conversations. And they always be talking about how tired they are. And in my mind, this is just my mind. How you tired? You only 40. Like 40 is not old to me. And nobody can say, well, you don't understand because I got to do this. No, nigga. I do the same shit you do.
But remember, women's hormones are different.
I'm just saying we don't go through that conversation. They just be talking about how tired they are. And and what I be asking them, I'm like, but you said that you're looking for a relationship right now. So if you're looking for a relationship, but everything you do is surrounded around being tired, you ain't gonna be in a relationship for long. Trust me.
That's a good point. Maybe you weren't ready for a relationship. You got too much stress.
Yeah, what you're ready for is somebody to pile all that shit on. That's what you're ready for.
Factual.
You're ready to pile that shit on somebody. So, and I had this conversation recently, and I was like, talking about sex. I'm like, for me, and this is just me, and maybe I'm just a fucking maniac, but I want to have sex at least 3 times a week. You know what I'm saying?
That's considered being a maniac.
Well, I mean, but this is what happened. So I used to think when I was younger, I was like, man, maybe I'm a sex addict. I was talking to my therapist. This was like 2 years ago. She was like, nah, Kenny, that's normal. She was like, nah, are you healthy? I was like, yeah. She said, you don't smoke or drink? I was like, no. She was like, no, that's healthy. When you're healthy, that's how your body is gonna function. But when you're dealing with a lot of, I deal with all kinds of different, you don't even want to know. I could do a whole, that's why I was trying to get the OnlyFans popping, because I was gonna tell some stories on OnlyFans that we can't tell here. Like, it can't happen here. And some of y'all not gonna be allowed to come there because y'all gonna be like, Kenny's a fucking maniac and he should not be on that show. But what I'm saying is like, if you're a normal person and say you like to have a normal sex life, you know what I'm saying, 3 times a week, every fucking day, whatever. You have to know that the person that you with, they not like that. Because there are people out there that don't have that type of sex drive.
That's
so
exactly
that dude didn't know that woman did not have a sex drive like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Know she had or maybe she lied. People lie a lot.
Yeah, they should
in the beginning because they want to please the other person so badly.
Yep.
And they want to be the number one in this person's life. They'll do all the things they normally do.
Look, I haven't had, me, we do a lot of sports on here too. So I'll be talking about boxing or football. I've had women say, oh yeah, I watch football every Sunday. Man, you start hanging around them, you're like, man, no, you don't, man. You just want to be over at my house, man. Get the fuck out.
Don't kick her out. She wants to be
I'm just in my mind. I'm like, that's how my mind be. I'm in my mind. I'm like,
you see, that's because they play the game wrong. You always say you don't know, and then the guys get off on thinking they're teaching you some shit.
Yeah, no, they're trying to make it like
that's
they like boxing, and we don't not. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They be lying and shit.
I used to watch ESPN like every fucking day, and I would act like I didn't know shit.
See? That's what this shit been doing, but they try to make
I don't even know a whole lot, so it makes it easy because I really don't.
Oh yeah, I watch boxing. I watch Floyd Mayweather and blah 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 blah. And then when the fight come on, you be like, "Hey man, you gonna come over and watch the fight?" I didn't know there's a fight today. Like, what are you talking about?
You know what happens to me a lot though is around hip hop, because hip hop heads are typically male.
Oh yeah,
it's not like New York is a much different place. You get hip hop heads.
Most women there are hip hop heads.
Yeah, exactly. LA is a little bit different. So especially being black, because a lot of hip hop heads here are like Asian or Latino or some shit. So I would meet guys and they'll be like, you don't like hip hop. And I'm like, what are you talking about? We get into this conversation. I'd be like, wow, you really do know hip hop. Yeah, because they're surprised because generally most women say that they like shit and they don't know shit. I would know more shit than these niggas. So actually, remember like I told you guys, I used to have a publication. So I was always in the mix. I knew all the shit that was happening. So when people would, these guys would, talk to me or whatever, and they'd be all impressed, like, oh shit, you're telling the truth, because a lot of women lie. I tell the truth, but I don't know some shit. Because like I said, the thing about male egos is y'all get off on teaching women shit. So I don't play dumb. I just don't. If I really don't know shit, I don't know shit. But and I'm okay with being honest about it. But I might play up a little bit just because, like I said, guys get off on thinking they're teaching you some shit.
Now y'all talking about some damn Scorpio and stuff. I'm a Gemini. I don't know nothing about none of that.
I'm a Scorpio. That's why I put that up there. So I want to let Isaac know. I don't know what the fuck you meant by that. No, I'm just kidding. But
I'm a Gemini. Everybody said Geminis are maniacs. So I guess I'm a fucking maniac.
Nah, real shit though. Scorpios are cool as fuck. I don't know what that was supposed to imply.
What month is that? November?
November. My birthday's November 8th.
Okay.
8th. So I definitely think you should check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about none of that stuff. I used to date a girl that was into all the crystals and the I bought her a book on astrology and all that shit, and she tried to do a Reiki thing on me, putting crystals on me. I'm like, you trying to put a spell on a nigga?
I'm gonna be real with you. Almost all the guys that be in that type of space be abusive as fuck.
Oh yeah, and the girls are usually low key hood rats.
Like Janae Aiko.
Yeah, she's a fucking.
All right, guys. I think that's it. I know I gotta go. Kenny, you gotta roll.
I got some soup. I gotta go.
Yeah, some soup.
I got some tomato bisque, baby.
Hey, that sounds fire though. Not even gonna lie. We appreciate all of you guys. Please make sure that you subscribe, like, and share. Thank you to everyone who donated and gave us, supported us and has been supporting us. Subscribe also on Patreon, patreon.com/Champagne Sharks. If you'd like to support in other ways, we have Venmo and CashApp under @Champagne Sharks or #Champagne Sharks. We also have a PayPal using our Gmail address, champagnesharks@gmail.com. Also, if you have questions or things you want to talk to us, you can hit us up on that email. We look at it, we answer it.
Yeah, hit the Champagne Sharks email.
Exactly. Hit us up. We might have some questions. Queen says Scorpios are mean. No, the fuck we ain't. Be nice.
Is that about Geminis? That Geminis got split personalities.
Geminis are weird as hell. You are a bit. Well, you're not weird. You're just Kenny.
I'm just different. I'm different.
No, because weird is kind of an insult. You're not weird. Yeah, I don't believe in none of that stuff either. To be honest with you. But at any rate, yeah, make sure you follow us on Twitter and all the other fun stuff. Where can they find you, Kenny? Oh, they can't find me nowhere now.
You can't find me nowhere now.
Like everything. I totally forgot.
If you want to follow me on Instagram, which I use pretty regularly sometimes now, this is my Instagram.
You putting your Instagram up?
Yeah.
Okay, so my Twitter is Lifestar Media. Champagne Sharks Twitter is Champagne Sharks. Please make sure that you follow us.
Not yet. They won't let us on OnlyFans yet. I kept getting banned. I don't know why they won't let me make an account.
So this is his Instagram name. If you want to follow him on Instagram, because he's banned on Twitter officially. He ain't coming back. He's tried. I knew he was gonna get banned because he was on there bullying people, and I said he's gonna get banned. And then lo and behold, he got banned.
I was not bullying anyone. I was just telling the truth.
They deserved it. There weren't people who were innocent.
Oh, the barbershop thing. Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't innocent people. So at any rate, follow me, follow Kenny, follow Champagne Sharks. We appreciate all of you guys, and good night.
Holla. Isaac, hit me up. I'll tell you about it in a minute.